Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Most faith traditions talk explicitly about the coming of a savior, a messiah, a Mahdi, who will teach human beings how to coexist harmoniously and how to lead a life in which they are fulfilling the purpose for which they were created. The Quran designates this purpose as being the Khalifa of Allah, representing Allah on the face of this earth, representing Allah in His ability to create, to show mercy, to regulate things, to come to the fullness of our existence, to understand things as they are accurately. We ask, therefore, what would this salvation be most accurately? Within the Islamic literature, we are told that Mahdi will come and fill the earth with justice and goodness, just as it was filled with oppression before him. Here is a simple understanding that the Mahdi cannot fill the world with justice if the human beings do not appreciate the meaning of justice and harmonious coexistence. This therefore imposes a duty upon the humans of this world that we need to become one family despite our differences. Plurality is the absolute norm, and in that plurality we need to understand the worth of God's centricity so that we may be the Khulafa of Allah, and we need to understand the worth of human morality that brings us to that stage where we lead righteous lives regardless of our persuasions. In fact, our faith persuasions should assist us in leading a good moral life and in becoming spiritually centered with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Quran says immediately, say to the people of the book, come to that which is common between us and you, namely that we should worship none but Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here is asking the people of the faith, especially the people of the book, to converge to the worship of God altogether. And that is the common point. Allah similarly says in the Quran that the people of the Injil and the Torah are upon nothing until and unless they establish the Injil and Torah. The Prophet of Islam established a pluralistic society in which he guaranteed salvation through the verses of the Quran to the Christians and the Jews and the Sabians and the Muslim alike. Imam Ali said, had I been given the seat of authority, I would have ruled upon the people of the Quran with their Quran, Torah with their Torah, Injil with their Injil, Zabur with their Zabur. Similarly, we find that when Mahdi comes, in Ghaybatun Nu'mani, there's a hadith that he will retrieve the Injil and the Torah from a cave in Syria and rule upon the people of Injil with their Injil, Torah with their Torah, and Quran with their Quran. Basically, Mahdi will create a situation which is conducive to human growth, coexistence, harmonious living, appreciation of the goodness of one and another. He will bind them together within common morality and sense of spirituality and God centricity. The hadith further explains that Mahdi will not be preoccupied with making you pray or fast or paying poor due. You will be doing all of that in any case. He will place his hand upon your heads and drive your intellects to their completion. But the first stage before that can happen is that humankind learns the worth of peaceful coexistence, harmonious life, variety, plurality as the absolute norm, appreciation of each other and learning through the differences and the similarities of each other. The story of the Mahdi that will come and kill and wipe the earth clean is highly, highly inconsistent with what the Prophet did, with what the prophets before him did. They were the givers of life. Surely the culmination of the goodness of mankind cannot be inconsistent with what the prophets have done. What this therefore says is that those hadiths that talk about the great war have to be reinterpreted to mean that wars will be waged against him and he will defend himself and the goodness of humanity, and he will kill only to defend himself. Otherwise, killing the other is alien to the godly spirit. Giving life to the other is in keeping with the khilafah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Finally, it is a duty incumbent upon us, the people of the faith and humanity as a whole to learn the worth of harmonious coexistence and peace. Humanity as humanity needs to come of age before such Savior can come and deliver us and teach us the worth of living a good, purpose-filled life. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.